Hey folks, allow me to do a little clerical business here. I've been championing Cremona guitars for a while now, and one of my first videos I passed on some bad information that I got from a website. There was a website that was putting them out as being Czech and not Bulgarian. I think I've corrected that on subsequent videos, but I received a really informative comment from Christian Sozlov. Sorry if I mangled your name there. And he says, thanks for the review. As pointed out, Cremona with a K is a very well established 100 years old Bulgarian company. I would appreciate if you'd fix the description, the one where I put Czech instead of Bulgarian. The famous Schönbach luthiers, dubbed the Australian Cremona, that's with a C, existed in the Austro-Hungarian Empire until World War I, when this region became part of Czech. Then after World War II, the residents of the German ethnicity were expelled from Czechoslovakia. About two-thirds of the Schönbach population were German. Among them, about 1,600 were instrument makers. The instrument makers were mostly settled in Babenreuth of Erlangen. Of course, we know that from Wagner, don't we? And the communist regime in Czechoslovakia tried to revive the guitar manufacturing under Cremona with a C brand, today called Strunel, and I've had videos about them as well, but unfortunately they never managed to match the quality of the original Schönbach luthiers or even the Bulgarian Cremona with a K. Interestingly, the Bulgarian Cremona journey begins from the Schönbach region as well. After the World War I, Dimitar Georgiev, apprenticed with the luthiers in Marnukirchen, which are well known to me through violin making traditions, great tradition through that part of Germany. To carry on the note here, then in 1924 he returned to Bulgaria, that's Dimitar Georgiev, to found Cremona with a K, a company that keeps producing quality instruments until today. So this is not a new company. It's been established in 1924 and has roots that go much further back into the Austro-Hungarian Empire. So thank you, Christian, for that information. I love this stuff. I don't mind being corrected at all. So if people have information, I'm always happy to share it and to upgrade information. That's what we should all be aspiring to do. And that serves as a introduction to the latest Cremona guitar I got, which is this beauty. Smells nice too. This is the Kremona Romida RDS, and this is an all solid guitar with solid spruce top and rosewood back and sides. Here, ebony fretboard, really nice. Let me get you down a bit here. Just set up. So anyway, I just wanted to show this and update that information. So the Cremona resides in Bulgaria and have been there, and the Cremona company, even though it seems like a cheap marketing gag because Cremona with a C is the capital of Italian master violin making in the 16th and 17th centuries, the home of Stradivarius, Amati, Del Gesù, all the great early violin makers of that period. It seemed like Cremona was sort of cadging that reference rather cheaply, just putting out guitars with the K, Cremona. But as our friend points out, it's a well-established company, and they did actually market at some point with the C, but obviously there's going to be a confusion between the Eastern European or Austrian / Hungarian / Bulgarian / Czech region and their Cremona guitars with the Cremona instruments of Italy, the town Cremona. Which clears up something for me, because years ago I had a cheap classical guitar that said Cremona with a C, and I couldn't figure out how that could be connected to the Cremona instruments of the Italian origin. Well, now I know that Cremona in this incarnation, for a time at least, used the C instead of the K. So all interesting stuff, but not to get lost in this video is this beautiful guitar. These are like 1200 new, so they're not cheap. I would guess you would call them mid-range for a classical guitar, being that classical guitars you can pay tens of thousands for. It does have some nice bear claw in the spruce here. Very white alpine spruce, I believe, and really nice Santos rosewood in the back and ribs. Ebony board, no markings except for side markers. Interesting blacked out headstock on the back there, and very dark, black on the front, or at least very dark brown. And very simple rosette design, very different from the other Cremona instruments that I've shown you. But this thing is opening up still. It's still a little bit tight. I've been playing it every day. I did this setup late yesterday, and I'm already noticing every time I pick it up some voice differences. So it's settling down, and it will open up a little bit, as do all solid spruce, solid cedar, well, any guitar really, or any instrument. Really nicely made there. Heel cap, or sorry, the rosewood coming up on the cap there. Bone nut and saddle, very nice tuners on this, and it comes with a really nice Cremona hardshell case, unlike some of their cheaper models. So it's a nice little outfit. Playing it next to my F65, which is the flamenco version of one of the entry-level videos, it doesn't quite have the boom. That may be because it's still opening up, but also because the other one is cedar, and spruce tends to have a slightly more high-end mid-range punch than cedar, which is too muddy for some people, but I love it. But anyway, I just thought I'd show this. It's a really remarkable Cremona model that I haven't seen yet, and I've seen a fair 6 or 7 of them now, and this was one that I hadn't seen. So it's exciting to get it, to work on it, to set it up, to see how it settles in the next couple of weeks, whether to keep it or move it on, as is my task with all the things that come through here, and I'm trying not to be greedy. So there you go, the Kremona Romida RDS, all solid wood guitar, classical guitar. Alright folks, see you on the next one.